Man, what is up, everybody? And of course, this is your man
Hey,
GIMO, aka
hey.
non-GMO, and I am
And I,
also with.
the Blue Phoenix, and we have a guest. And guess who are you?
Uh, you can call me Queen. I like to go by Queen Daddy.
Okay. But you know what, Queen Daddy, pause there for a second.
Yes.
Because Mo, I realized today that we have not began our show with a song in a long time.
What the hell song you got today?
Oh, I was just listening, riding, listening, and Nas came on. So I said, if Mo ruled the world,
Hey,
here for y'all his son. He only
hey.
got two, but he
No, I want to whip
love him,
their ass. No, I want to whip their ass.
baby.
Hey, look. So look. Long story short, I went to go drop off glasses to my son. Right, I ain't seen him in like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And this joker damn near my height already. I said, you know what? This joker ain't in nothing. He only 10 years old. I said, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to fight this Negro.
Oh my God!
He gonna beat
you
me
know
up.
what? But you know what? Hold on, because this is what, Mo.
This is both sides of the coin. All right.
Yeah. So
Yes, intro.
thank you. We have a guest, Miss Queen Daddy here, and Miss Queen Daddy, we want to ask you to introduce yourself to the world.
Well, hey world. I'm Queen Daddy. Also go by She Dope. I am a guide to sexual satisfaction. I offer sex advice and entertainment and educational platform.
That is amazing. Um, what actually got you into it?
You
Where did that
know,
come from?
I was thinking about this all day, and I knew that this question would come up. From a young age, I've always knew that I would be interested in sex because I used to watch movies with my dad, and they would have like little scenes. He'd be like I always knew that because every I would see people engaging in it, and they'd be so happy or feel so good, and I was like, you know what? This ain't yeah, just taking mental notes from each thing, and it just became a lifestyle. And like I used to get bashed a lot for having such a inquiry and interest in it. So it kind of just grew on me and became good at it. Wanted to teach people how to do it and do it right because a lot of people aren't having good sex in this world or don't know that they're not doing it right. And I want to give them that guidance.
Okay. So before we get started, how did you know when you started having, let's not say good, because the way you talk about it, it's got to be great, right? Um, when did you start knowing that you were having great sex?
Well, I knew I was having great sex when I just put my all into it because I'm a pleaser. I like to go off the satisfaction of others. So the pleasing of that person basically gets me to that point. So it wasn't even a me thing. It was about pleasing the other party, and the other party was usually satisfied. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing something right here.
Now, let me ask you this because I fall into that line of being a pleaser too.
Mhm.
I really don't care about me. I'm a man. So, you know, we
Okay.
pop. You know what I'm saying? We pop. So we're very simple.
We pop.
We pop off like we shoot shots. So it's different for us. And so the longer that we can work foreplay, which I found out through older women, you know what I'm saying, growing up, is that that's usually how we become chiefs. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When we start learning about the woman's anatomy a lot better.
Yes.
Um, do you find that men are in that box to where they're not able to let go enough to please a woman first and then get the reward later?
I do believe so because a lot of men don't know what foreplay is, don't know how to go about it, or just not interested in doing it. Their goal is to get in there and get it done. And most of the cases, when they do that, the woman is not satisfied, or the partner is not satisfied, or please doesn't get theirs, but the guy gets theirs. So no, you gotta because the average woman does not come at the same time that a man does. It takes women sometimes much longer. So the foreplay helps, cut some of that time off, because yeah, we get it. You're not going to be able to stroke and poke that entire time, but you can stimulate us in other ways so it can help us get to that point quicker versus just doing a bunch of poking around and you're not doing anything. Also, just that poking around doesn't do anything most of the time.
Penny?
Okay, so I'm gonna piggyback off of that because of the intercourse part.
Mhm.
Hey, DJ Slicky, a lot of women don't orgasm off of just intercourse. Some people have to have the clitoral stimulation.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. So, or some just, it's very rare because I remember, because just like you, I used to watch the sex stuff too, and I was very interested in it, but I never went down that path. That was just a little door that was closed, and that little closet door that's closed. It's there, but yeah. So it's like I forgot the percentage of women that can only orgasm from penetration.
Mm-hmm.
But like 85 to 90% of women have to have clitoral stimulation. So at what point did you figure out which one you were?
I guess in my whole phase, that's when I realized which one I was, because I would, like I said, from piecing stuff together from movies and stuff I watch and like research I'd done, because I was always a fan of sex education in school. And during my whole phase, I was
Me too. I signed my own papers.
See, hey, oh, same here. But during my whole phase, I would like have sex and stuff. And I was like, okay, so he's good. I'm good because he's good, but I'm not good though. So maybe let's try something else. And I would take clues from how I get myself off and incorporate that into how I have sex, because nobody can get you off as good as you can get you off. So you got to teach people that and incorporate that. Like, say you need your nipples stimulated while you're having sex. Well, while you're with yourself, then do that with your partner, and then boom, add a little razzle dazzle on top of that.
I hate to say this, but no man can get us off like a woman can. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. There's no way that masturbation for a man is as equally as satisfactory as it is when you're inside and or you're with a woman. So I gotta speak for most men that masturbation is not something that we do it to take the edge off and make sure we don't fight everybody. But unlike women, y'all tend to have the best experiences with yourself.
Because a woman's orgasm can last a while, like even the aftershock after an orgasm, and that's a great feeling. So yeah.
And to add to that, we are more sensory. So we can smell things, we can listen harder, we can feel like we can remove ourselves and imagine it's somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
We tap more into our senses.
Pause. The fuck. Pause.
What?
Hold the fuck up.
What?
Time out. Flag on the fucking play.
Why we gotta have a flag?
I know goddamn well you didn't just say this to the masses, and you openly admitted that women actually sit there and when you say sensory, I get that. But when you say you imagine being with somebody else, why the fuck?
No. During masturbation, we imagine that our hands, that we are someone else. Calm down.
Nations during that process.
Calm down. It's okay.
We had a moment.
No. We could like just, especially because like we remember our memories.
Let me get my inner Kevin Gates real quick.
Yeah, come on, bring him on. Bring the feather. Woo!
You heard me.
We can imagine that the person that we were with, or the one that we love, or the one that helped us get to that point, we can imagine that these are your hands, or that weight is your weight, or that we smell you, or we hear you, or it's different things that we can do that can take even us pleasing ourselves to a higher level, because even with us knowing our body, it is better with a partner.
Definitely that.
So
So let's talk about the clitoris, right? So through the research that most people have done, and what a lot of men are finding out, that is nothing but a little dick, right?
Yeah.
Just a little dick, right? But it extends into the vagina, correct? Like it's from the clitoris, and it makes a V out, right? Back into
Yeah.
it, right? So when it comes to vaginal sex, what does it take in order to stimulate the other side of the clitoris? Like you know what I'm saying? Everything else.
The G
Well,
spot.
well, yep, the G spot and the A spot. So you
Mhm.
find either one of those, you are on a good path.
Got you. Now, what are some of the suggestions that you have for like men who are
Hey, Angel.
inexperienced and or scared to go there?
Talk to your partner, see what they like, see how you can do that, because you can't treat every vagina the same, you can't treat every dick the same. You got to find out what gets them off. Don't approach everybody like, oh, this a little poke and swirl got this girl off. It's not going to work for this girl.
Wow. Is there anything else that, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go deep into some questions, but is there something that you would like to mention? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just anything, just give us some info. I want all the men out here to listen to you and just hear it.
Some info. Okay.
Yeah. Suggestions.
Eat her pussy like you want her to suck your dick. That's one.
Okay.
I don't know how all women feel about this, but my personal opinion, shave your balls. I'm here to lick balls. I don't want to floss my teeth. Just because you have a big dick does not mean you know what you're doing.
Definitely that one. Go ahead.
Let's talk about that. Let's pause right there.
Okay.
Because what I'm starting to find out, and what I keep hearing throughout the streets and all this stuff, is that there are a lot of women that they don't necessarily prefer huge ginormous penises, right? Okay, here. Okay, I'm here, whatever the fuck, right? So what is it about? So let's go into detail about that, because a lot of men who might be packing that's listening, you know what I'm saying? They want to know, what are they doing wrong with it?
It's not anything that they're doing wrong per se. A lot of them, they think just because you have a big dick and also have that approach of, oh, I can stroke and poke every female the same. And a lot of females don't like to be poked. Some of them like to just be stroked. Some of them like the little, like, dancing in it and whatnot. Some of them don't want to bam, bam, bam. Like, it feel like you giving birth. And don't nobody want to feel like that every single day of the week, because that can mess up your pH. You'll be dry, you'll be achy, chafing. Like, it's not you, not really, not in your control. Find another way to please her, just besides,
I think men with larger penises have to let go of their ego.
That,
because you can do the same thing that a smaller penis can do. You have a larger penis, okay, but with somebody with a smaller penis, they're able to hit the A and the G spot. They're able to, because they're going to rotate more. They're going to do a lot more, because they're trying to necessarily please this person, because they feel that they're inadequate anyway when they're probably not. So they're going to take a little bit more time. But if you have a huge penis, you just think, like what she said, poke.
So coming from two women, what size would you prefer?
Not small, like good 6 to 8 is cute, especially if it has girth on it, because it's not even about the length, it's about the girth.
It's the girth. The girth is more important than the length, for real.
Yes, because you can fill up some stuff with some girth.
Okay, all right. Well, I see y'all both in agreement with that.
I don't need a porn star.
Yeah.
So what happens when men are long-winded? How do women feel about men who are long-winded?
Me personally, because I have a high sex drive and I can go a while myself. So if he can keep up, cool. Shoot, we can eat Lunchables, maybe watch a movie between the time and still go back at it. Like, I don't mind that at all. It's the 3 minutes and then damn, he's dead until tomorrow that I can't deal with that.
Even a 3 minute, hold on, even a 3 minute, if he can go again. can
If he
work.
can go again,
If he can
yes.
go again, can work. And the play in between. So it just depends. But sometimes, and if you're not attracted to somebody who goes a long time, you're not going to want to have sex with them because you're going to dry out.
Yeah.
So it just depends. Yeah, just depends.
Mm-hmm. Now, we have to get into fetishes. Okay. What are the most common fetishes that men don't mention in public, but you've seen in private, that you've experienced with them, that a lot of majority of men want to experience, but they don't actually say amongst barbershop talk?
A lot of men like feet. I don't think that there is something they are ashamed about or don't mention it on barbershop talk, but a lot of men like feet. A lot of men like water play, like, you know, being squirted on and stuff. And also some men, they are not mentioning this. They like their gooch in their butt lick.
Unless they're light skinned.
And name Mo, he's going to tell you.
No, but you know what? And that is something that a lot of men that I've been around, you know, throughout my life. I remember my uncles mentioned that shit years ago when I was little, and I was just like, man, you're gay. Like, I just thought they were gay as shit. Yeah, because it was a stigma attached to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until I met an older lady and it happened. I was just like, I get it now. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I understand. So, you know, but it's still a certain stigma attached with it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men, I wouldn't say necessarily we volunteer for it. You know what I mean?
If a man ever volunteered, like I'm on my way down there and he just kicked both of his legs up in the air and just like this, I'd be scared at that point. Like, you're a little too open for it. Not that I like to turn men out or anything, but let me go down there and you be like, I don't know. And I'd be like, you gonna like this. It's okay. But you just kicking your legs up and you open and ready for it. I don't know how I feel about that. It's just like, no, you want it too much.
Yeah, it's different.
You know, but that's kind of putting a little bit of pause on the guys if you do that, because when you want them to tell you what they want, I mean, I get the throwing the legs back, you know, they're different positions, but when you want them to say, look, I do like this, do you mind? Or this is what I want.
I don't mind. But if it's my first time engaging with your ball to gooch area, don't assume that I'm gonna just do it because I do it.
I don't really think that. I don't. That would be kind of weird to forcefully ask for your ass to be licked.
I don't think it's forceful. How many women you know tell men to eat their ass?
I ain't ran into too many women.
No, but they don't say it to you, but they say it in songs and people rap about it. Mm-hmm. They walk around saying it's eat the booty like groceries and all that shit. That's not forceful. Eat my pussy. That's not forceful. You gonna do this? It's the same thing. So that's why I tell, you know, if you want something, it's better that you ask, right? Or the person will know that you want it, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, the leg part, I get that, because that would kind of be like, but that should be a conversation.
I feel like for men, it should always be a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, it shouldn't be like
always surprise every man though, because you'll be, you know, pick up and get
kicked in the face
and put your face down here.
So tell me some of those experiences. So has that ever how many women on here have had that happen to them, actually doing experimentation without the permission of a man, from the man?
Well, the furthest I have gone is the gooch. I've gone right there to the crack, but I didn't go to the crack. And usually you get but if you don't go no further when you get that clench. Mm-hmm.
What when you say clench, what do you mean by clench?
Like, you know,
y'all like tight.
It's like a shock. Yeah, it's a shock reaction. You be like, I'm like, okay, I'm not going there. Let me go back up. I'll go back up.
He made that noise.
What noise? No, like, no, you know.
Nah, you said nah, because nah. Is that what a clench sounds like?
No, not the I'm like, Look, I'm a girl. I'm gonna make extra noises. Damn it! No, it's just like, you know how somebody say, you know, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna go there. Let me just go back. So
I'd be like, I'm gonna just go slow, because when I hate to say it, when I do it, it's usually the guy's right here, I'm right here. So I'm like right between his legs, like towards the bottom. So
Oh, you mechanic stance.
So I'm bisexual. So when I'm down in my legs are usually like towards my shoulders. So I approach eating a man's gooch and ass like I am to eating a vagina. He clenches up. I'd be like, just relax. I got you. Just try it out. See how you like it. If you don't like it, I'll stop.
Wow.
And I read that on you too. When I first met you, I had a feeling. But then when I think about that, that is the position that I would think that would happen. Because I don't know about the doggy, the all full position. But in that, yeah, I would think it would be that.
I would have to ask a person to do that. It's the same approach to the legs just going up. Don't just get on all fours and be like, you gonna eat it? Like,
you still want the masculinity. You still want the masculinity with it. You want to actually
that's what I said. I would think the other way would be better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, that's a better approach. Like, if you know you about to like put your face in some butt, that's the position to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good position where you can stimulate like everything right there, because you can. I don't know what everybody else do. Like, I have no cut card. You can go from the ass to the ball, gooch and balls, and then you can sit there and be stroking at the same time. He could get just the best nut off of that.
Now, when it comes to a man's orgasm, which people think that is not very complex, do you find it more complex than dealing with women? No, not at all.
No.
Okay. So men just
is a lot of work. Eating vaginas are well. Don't get me wrong. Sucking dick is so much harder.
I second that motion.
But
my fucking tongue be burning. That's why I got dimples. That's why I got dimples.
Feeling open, hearing shit.
Hey.
Got locked jaw. You just like
fingers all numb and shit. Like,
and next thing you know, your tongue ain't even working anymore. You just dragging your face on it. Like,
damn it. Come already. Please hurry up and come. Please. Like,
like, you know what? Just come on. Just take a break.
So speaking of how complex women are and how harder it is to get them off or catch the big O. Women, of course, have multiple areas of their body that, within the vagina that do need to be stimulated. For a man, sometimes there's a big insecurity. And I mean, when it comes to using toys,
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing a woman get off on a toy. Do you suggest that if a man has a problem with trying to get a woman off and warming them up, that they bring toys into the sexual situation?
I highly recommend bringing toys into it, because it lets her know that you have an open mind, that you're not insecure about using her toys. And the toys can definitely help you. The toys are like the clue. Like, you bring out a toy, okay, you tired of licking, bring out her little sucking thing, and then go put your fingers in there and start wiggling them around and stuff. Or while you down there stroking, I'm so sorry. I love my little sucking toy. You just, while you stroking in there, get the little sucking toy, put it on her clit, and then she's stimulated from both areas. She could have 2 different kinds of orgasms if she wanted to.
Now, let me ask you this. For every man that's listening, for every man that's listening, will there be an inadequacy if we try to have plain Jane just love making sessions? Do women ever recover from that feeling, like, multiple orgasms from toys and things like that? Do y'all just go back to normal after that and then you can start all over again and just have sex with the man that you're with? Or does it always have to be some type of other stimulation outside of that?
It does not have to always be another stimulation. It's a way to spice things up, keep things interesting. You don't want to just have the same plain sex all the time. So bring some excitement into the room. Let's use a toy every now and then.
Gotcha.
Yeah, every now and then. That's the difference, because women that use them all the time do become numb.
Yeah, because they're used to a certain feeling.
That's
what they look forward to get them to the big O.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Because I remember you posted that picture of the corn dick, and I actually posted it. You got to go back to my feed. I stole it from your page.
You
And you
posted
were
that. That
like,
was hilarious.
you were like, it looks like it feels good. And so like men cannot compete with ridges because that's considered like a STI, STD, right? So if I came with the ridges and corn cock, like it would be so bad. Like it would look so disgusting. What is it with women and these weird diabolical toys? What's going on? Which like how? Like what? I'll tell you a story later. Go ahead.
Options. We just the person that buy them.
You got too many fucking options. The fuck?
That's true.
Y'all got too many fucking options.
Yeah, we do. We got a lot of
Men don't have very many. I remember, look, when I was married, I tell the story all the time. Everybody knows me outside his nose, but when I was married at like what, 19? So I had a very high sex drive, right? So she was pregnant and she wasn't in the mood to have sex at that time. You know what I'm saying? So she bought me a fucking silicone
a pocket pussy.
Pocket pussy, right? And I got addicted to that son of a bitch. And she caught me using it one day and threw it in the fucking trash.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe she wanted some.
No. She did.
She probably got jealous.
Yeah, she got jealous, but she was at that time. It was something about the pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm in the military. It could have been a smell or something like that. It could have been anything. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you right now, when I was pregnant, that's all I wanted to do. So yeah.
Yeah, I was unlucky in that aspect when it came to that, but
you already said that story why she was like that, but I didn't have them problems, so yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So we also have a we're not just going to talk about sex, but we're actually going to talk about the aspect of how people view the human body, right? So we have a video with a white male. He's looking at a actual bus in Philadelphia talking about Meek Mill's album cover. Let's go ahead and roll that footage.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What is this? This is on the side of a bus rolling through your street. Rolling on the side of your street. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Look at this bull fucking shit. Look at this shit on the side of a bus. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Is this how you want to be respected? Is this how you want to be respected in life? This is how you want to look? This is how you want to be portrayed? Stand up to this bullshit. I'm from Philly. I actually should support Meek Mill. This is fucking disgusting bullshit. Look at this lady. Look at this. This is on the side of a bus where little girls can pull up and see this shit. That's her fucking pussy. Let's not mistake what this pink dot is. This is disgusting. This is satanic bullshit. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of... Look at this shit that you're getting on. This is for everyone. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What is this? This is on the side of a bus. This is on the side of a bus rolling through your street. Rolling on the side of your street. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Look at this bull fucking shit. Look at this shit on the side of a bus. Is this what you want, black women?
All right, we good,
bro. Come back.
Is this how you want to be respected? Is this how you...
All right, it's still rolling. So at the same time that we are talking about the sexual liberation of women, period, right? And the thought process of women having those freedoms. What do you think about that imagery on the side of a public bus? Ladies?
Phoenix, you want to start or you want me to go?
You can go ahead unless you need me to go first.
Oh,
you need to collect your thoughts.
Oh, no, I got it. Okay, so Black women were sexualized before we had an option to be sexualized. Not saying that those women chose, well, those are animated women. Not saying that they chose to be on that bus or portray that image, but they grown ass women. If they want to be naked on the side of a bus, they go and do that. And an average woman in these videos and whatnot, they're doing that. They clapping their ass. They got their vagina hanging out just for the entertainment and to get close to an artist. So It's not, you can't group all black women into that category. That's what you want, black women. All black women don't want that. Like, it was a video that came out. I think Mr. The Baby did a video, and it had a bunch of dark skinned, little chocolatey chocolatey women in it. And women was in the comments like, well, no, it was all light skinned women, and dark skinned women was in the comments like, oh, he couldn't have no chocolate women in there. And like, it was like, do we really want to be in there though? We really mad because we ain't in there? So it's all about what they want for themselves. You can't save the world, sir.
Okay, so I get what he was saying as far as the imagery, because we are, all this imagery going around, they are big influences on our daughters, our nieces, nephews, even our sons. They see that and they expect that from women. But again, as far as the liberation, it's kind of like a two-edged sword, because we are fighting or have been fighting for sexual liberation. But in sexual liberation comes exposure. So it's like, what do you do? Now, I don't want to see the bus, I don't want to see that on the bus, especially, the pussy part. He said, the pussy, this is the pussy, this is the pink dot. We don't want to see the pink dot. I have daughters. I don't want them to show their pink dot. I'll kill them. Hey, yeah. Quick. But, that's the biggest part of the imagery. As far as the sexual liberation, I'm all for that, but I believe sexual liberation should be private. I don't think it should be publicized.
Sounds like we have a debate. Now, how do you feel about sexual liberation as far as being public and being outed? You know what I mean? How free should we be in front of our children?
Well, as a person without kids, I understand, like, you have to censor your kids to certain things out here, because the world is a crazy place and the world don't give a shit about a lot of stuff that they do put on display. Like, me personally, I wouldn't want to see that on the side of a bus, because kids do see that. You can't, especially a kid with a cell phone, you can't really censor or
not as much as you want to anyway.
Yeah, you can't really control how much content that a child takes in, especially if they have access to the internet and a cell phone. But yeah, certain things you don't expose your child to, like certain music and whatnot. But as a parent, you can only do so much.
I'm gonna say, okay, so my girl, okay, so I have 5 children. My oldest is about to be 19. My youngest is about to be, well, I mean, she's 6. My youngest is 6. So in between that, I have teenage girls and all that. So with that, my children, I know, have seen porn. Well, the older boy has, but
definitely
the in-betweens have seen porn. I've caught it. But my nephew showed them the site, the 2 youngest. So it's like you can censor, like you said, but it depends on who's around, because you don't know what's going on with other people. And as far as because my 2 older girls have phones, they watch different things. But if I can control, or if I can censor as much as possible, I want to censor. But as far as teaching your children about sexuality and how to be sexually liberated, I am very much one of those people who want my children to explore themselves. Mm-hmm. Because I was made to feel dirty or feel like that was wrong because I was in the church. I grew up in the church. My family grew up in the church. And so anything that I did or wanted to do or thought about doing that had to do with sex, I felt guilty, even though that's what I wanted to do, or that's what so I did a lot of writing. I did a lot of sexual poetry. Lord, my mother used to read my stuff and go have sex with my father.
Oh my gosh, yeah, same here.
She used to read it, and next thing I know, they downstairs. So it's like, that's the thing. And then the stuff I see and the things I hear, so it's like, I want my children to understand that it's okay to have those sexual feelings, to explore yourself, but you don't have to necessarily do it out there where everybody else can see it. So that's how I feel. That's why I say I believe it should be private. Now, it's nothing wrong with being sexy. There's nothing wrong with being sensual. There's nothing wrong, because sometimes we carry that aura of just being sexy, but I don't really think that you have to go outside and just flash everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Like the Lizzo picture from earlier.
You get girl. Anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that tonight. We talking about that tomorrow. Tune into the No Filter Show at 8:30, you guys. So yeah, that's how I feel about
We
it.
can briefly, I mean, hey, look, Queen Daddy, she can she can briefly tap in on it. I mean, we are here for her opinion because it's a big deal. Like, it's unfortunately and fortunately, it's a big fucking deal. So
How did you feel about that?
I don't have to say anything, but she can definitely.
Because I want to tap back into what you were saying about teaching your babies like body positivity and everything and sexual liberation. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, because as you also, I want to piggyback off what you said. When I was growing up, I was taught that, you know, embracing your sexuality was dirty, was whores and what's it called?
Sex is for married people. The bedroom is undefiled, and this and that. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, you want to teach your children this, because I hate when people are like they try to hide their kids from it, try to be overprotective of it, because when you do that, it just pushes them into wanting to know it more.
Yeah.
So it's nothing wrong with teaching them to love their self, body autonomy. This is your body. You are beautiful. Everybody's different. Like, because you want them to learn this at home. You don't want them to learn this in the street and somebody be like, oh, I got this. You got that. Let me see.
They're going to teach you.
They definitely will.
They're going to teach you.
First time learning about like sex wasn't from an adult. It was from another kid. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you know, and saying that, I'm still very much, I'd rather you wait to have sex with someone else. But I know I didn't wait. Yeah. I lost my virginity at 16. Well, I didn't lose it. I gave my virginity away at 16. So I didn't wait, but I would prefer that my children wait. Mm-hmm. If they do, great. If they don't, you know, okay. But as far as everything else, look, have at it. If you need to go relieve yourself, go shit. I be needing to relieve myself too. You know, do it in your space though. I don't want to know you're doing it. But you know, that's just something that I was not able to do. And so now at 37, stuff is coming out now because I had to bury it. And so now I'm like, ooh, you know, I don't want them to have to wait that long.
Oh, understood. You know? That's why you have that knowledge that you have, all those mental notes you was taking on things that you couldn't speak of in life, so you can teach that to them, help them better this, so nobody have to teach them that, so they ain't got to learn that when they are past their point on they coming up. They can know this stuff like now.
So when y'all say, and I'm pretty sure you're talking about the girls, you can't be talking about boys.
Well, I don't mind my boys either, you know.
Yeah, but you really weren't talking about your boys.
I can't teach them that. I can teach them that it's okay, you know.
Okay, so let's put that in perspective then.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about my boys and girls.
But no, you weren't talking about your boys, because you're not going to sit down with your boys and teach them how to masturbate.
Well, no, I'm not.
Girls how to.
But no, I'm not going to teach my girls how to masturbate either.
But who is a man going to learn from? A man's not going to learn from another man.
We don't even learn from other people. What I'm saying is what we can do, what I'm saying is allowing your kids to know that it is okay that you want to touch yourself. Because you're not going to go in there and say, lift your leg and say, okay, do it like this. You're not going to go in there and tell your son to grab his dick, and you're not going to do that. You have to learn on your own. But what I want my children to know, or which I have told them, that it is okay that you have these feelings and that you want to do that. It's okay.
That's why you washing all them crusty ass socks. All them boys, you got
hold on.
Yes. Because I was exploring the shit out myself. You hear me? I ain't need no permission. I had a whole corner behind my bed with crusty ass socks.
Look, when my son was home, oh my gosh. I used to be like, yo, why is your sock? Never mind. Put it in dirty clothes.
Put the bleach on.
Very starch.
But I never, I always, with him being, you know, I respected his space. I would knock on the door, even though I didn't get that pleasure, but I know he was getting older, and I know it's a possibility that I was walking on him, and I didn't want to walk on him doing none of that.
It was a fucking fact. There's never a possibility with a boy.
Well,
it's a fact.
Well, right. So I was like, why are you in the shower so long? Never mind. Well, basically, you want to be real clean. My soap better not be low, boy. I just put that bar in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I knew what was going on.
Soap. No, we not using
I
no
don't.
soap.
No. I would mess with him. I would mess with him like that.
When
But
your lotion is gone, you best believe we did that shit.
man, oh my God. Oh, I used to be so mad.
Using no soap. I seen somebody do it with soap, but you
No,
know what?
I ain't never.
Well,
used no
not the bar. You like put it on the hand, but
Oh,
I'm like, look, just get out the bathroom, please.
That Vaseline used to be done.
The lotion in here used to be
No,
done.
'cause
Lord.
back in the day, all parents had Vaseline back in the day. You go out there with a greasy face and shit.
Yeah. So you won't be
spreading-
cold.
Yeah, hell yeah, I used to burn that shit up. That's why my shit look young right now. And I got the youngest looking.
You stupid as hell. But you know what?
You know, but my dick look young as fuck. You heard me?
You preserved it, stupid.
My shit has been lived all its life.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Except for recently, I've been liking a dry rub for some reason.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know why. Dry rubs are pretty cool.
For the grill.
Yeah, I need dry rub every once in a blue. I want to feel different.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't want it always wet. I want it dry.
Oh,
She looking at me like,
No.
look at her face. She's like,
I'm fucking with you, young. I'm fucking with you. It's a myth. Yeah, I just talk shit. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a myth.
Oh,
But then
gracious.
what else were you about to touch on though, Queen Daddy? God damn it. Queen Daddy.
You said what else I was gonna touch on? What?
Yeah. You were piggybacking off something else that Weezy had said. I think we were talking about the imagery and the liberation. I'm not sure exactly if I missed anything. Let's see. I'm not sure if we missed anything. Yeah. You want to go into Lizzo? Yes, we're listening. Please, by all means.
Okay, so it's a love-hate thing because growing up also, a lot of plus-size, full-figured women weren't really, we were nobody's favorite for real. So I'm happy to see her embracing, her curves and her body positivity, but it seems like she's just trying to oversell it at times and just trying to do too much with it. Like I see you, but calm down a little bit. Like the twerking videos, you're cute, you having fun, but it's a lot of twerking videos. There's a lot of you outside naked. Like don't get me wrong, I'm sex positive, but I don't walk around in lingerie all day. I got a job to do.
Mm-hmm. But that's her job. Look, I agree with you. I'm gonna keep the
That's
rest of my
not
stuff
her
for tomorrow.
job. That's not her
No, I'm talking about. No. You said no. I said you have a job. You said you got a job to do. So I'm sorry. Her job is entertainment. You're right. But that's not her job to walk around like that. But her job is entertainment. So
So all right, we already talked about Lizzo. I gotta save a lot of my commentary for tomorrow. But as far as threesomes are concerned, how do you feel about that? And do you worry about what the man wants, or do you worry about what you want with another woman?
Just did an episode on this on my podcast. It's on Spotify. It's called She Dope Presents Guts.
Lit.
Woo.
But for threesomes, you said, is it about what he wants?
If he goes that way, you know what I mean?
Majority of the threesomes I have been asked about is because it's basically off the male's perspective and what he wants. Because an average male, like some of them who are in relationships versus just cheating on their girlfriend, they want their girlfriend there when they cheat, so it's not an issue.
Such goddamn verbiage. Let's back that up real quick.
Is that what you're saying? The threesome is
their girlfriend there while they cheat. Can we hold up? Now hold up. Is this how like the LGBTQ feels when somebody like gaslights some shit? I felt like you just set me on fire. Hold on real quick. Shout out to all the brothers out there. I don't feel like that's exactly what it's called. I don't think that that's exactly the viewpoint that we have. But by all means, go ahead, finish.
That is it. Because, like, don't get me wrong, you do have like something. Well, you do have some where it's just random, or the female planets. Those are the ones that like are good because you can be sure that she's comfortable, she's confident, she knows the person. Because the average female should not want to get in a threesome that a guy arranged with a female that he brought along.
Because he's already attracted to her. He wants to sleep with her anyway.
Yep.
I've always been into the fact that I've always wanted the woman to pick, but I've been one of those guys where the women always pick the opposite of what I think that I want or what I know what I want.
Go back over there. Just turn the light off and get it.
Y'all selfish as shit, man. I have never had like the beautiful like three, and I'm so respectful because I want them to do it. I want the woman to take control. I want to sit back and watch. That's what I'm there for. I'm a voyeur, so I'm not into just getting right into it. I just want to sit back and be like, I bet, you know what I mean? But for some fucking reason, I never get the fun part. I never get the elegance, the beauty. You know what I'm saying? Or at least what my imagination perceives it to be when it's the woman's turn to pick out what she likes.
What does your imagination tell you that you want? What is your imagination?
That the women interact way more than I do.
Oh wow.
I don't have to be there for 45 minutes. Like I already know like what it takes. You have to deal with one woman. It takes 45 minutes on average to warm up one woman. I'll be damned if I sit up there and I try to warm up two motherfuckers. You hear me? Yeah. You hear me? That's a lot of work. My tongue be burning, man.
Why you warming her up for 45 minutes? It takes 18 to 25 minutes to warm a woman up.
Oh, see, that's a wrong stat from what I heard.
Unless
I heard it's like 45 minutes.
No, it depends unless you start beforehand because foreplay can go outside. Yeah. So she can already be ready, you know.
No, we talking
about it might not take no time.
Bedroom. If we don't have that, say we got a drunk night or some shit like that, wasn't no foreplay. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? It takes a little bit longer. I mean, you know.
If you having a drunk night, you shouldn't be warming nothing up for 45 minutes. Exactly. If y'all drunk, you shouldn't have to warm nothing up. Both of y'all hot and ready.
I gotta stop listening to them white folks then, yeah, because them white people tell you 45 minutes and yeah, they be on that shit hard. Yeah. Real shit. They make you feel inadequate as a human being. Maybe I'm listening to too many white feminists or something because they be making you feel like, yeah, you will never, ever make a woman a cheat. I've been listening to white women too the goddamn long. Hey, look, sister, tell me. It's like, nah, I'm messing with you. But you know, as far as threesomes are concerned, how do you know, between you two and like all your friends and everything, I know the discussions happen behind closed doors and everything. What is that? Do y'all ever crave that? Or is there a certain type of male that you want to have it with? If it is a male involved?
Every now and then, don't get me wrong, a little slight hoe shit. I do want a threesome every now and then. Mm-hmm. But as far as a male being a concern, like, you usually want a male that's involved in a threesome who can withstand the full amount of the threesome. You don't want someone who can come in 3 minutes because then you ain't got enough to satisfy me coming, let alone her, and you ain't about to embarrass me. So yeah, and somebody who's willing to please, because before you have one, especially if it's with you and your partner or your significant other, whoever you're dealing with, you want to have a conversation because you want to make sure that you know what they can and cannot do, what can and cannot happen during this situation. So yeah, because you don't want to get there and they start doing some stuff y'all ain't discussing, and then you mad and you kick both of them out, and yeah, it can be messy.
And that's so crazy. And speaking of rules and everything, let's go ahead and talk about the swingers and swinging. You say you have your show on Spotify or whatever. How often does that come up from callers or people that are very intrigued about, being liberated?
A lot of people have an interest in swinging, but they just sum it up to, just being in a threesome, because a lot of men aren't looking to let their woman go. They want their cake and eat
Yeah,
it.
they want
Like a
the
vagina.
okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I am on a lifestyles page.
Ooh.
I have been on a lifestyles page for a while because I too am a voyeur. So I see things, and for the most part, they want the unicorns as a woman, not a man.
Yep.
And it is a lot of complaints in the page that I'm on that men won't allow their woman to play, but they want to play with their woman.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of things with that. A lot of men that are in the lifestyle can be selfish and greedy. So that's why when they do the parties, either you come coupled up. And the thing is about that, they won't allow the single unicorn. They won't allow the single man to come to the parties unless he has a girlfriend. Yeah. So if either you come coupled or you can't come. They will let the single woman though, because of course everybody wants the woman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I noticed that too.
And here I am thinking I know everything. I ain't never been on a lifestyle page. Maybe I need to invite me to that motherfucker.
I will. It gets
I wanna see
annoying
this
sometimes.
shit.
I've been on
Shit
it
dumb.
for a while, but it does get annoying because I'm like, all right, whatever.
Shit sounds dumb because of course we gotta pay to get in the club, women getting free. That's basically what it sounds like. You know what I mean?
Well,
Just to get into
even
the
if you
club.
pay, it's a little bit higher for the single men to do
Yeah,
certain
just like
things. Yeah.
on Friday I had a lingerie masquerade. It was a sex positive event, so it was kind of like a lifestyle party, but minus all the fucking. So it was the same thing. Couples have a certain price. Single women have a little low price, but single men had a higher price because they're gonna come in. They looking for.
They're like wild bulls, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't want all these women to feel uncomfortable or attacked because they want to be sexy and explore their options. So, gotta think of the women who are in relations, well, who are coupled up, and the ones who are single in that matter.
So would you suggest that in swinger situations and or threesome situations, polyamory, whatever the fuck it is, it should always, do you think it should be a stranger? Do you think that threesomes are better with strangers, or should it be somebody that the woman actually trusts and knows?
I would say someone that you trust and know. Like, don't get me wrong, some spontaneous stuff that's cute every now and then, but I'm too precautious to just do random sex with a stranger. So, because unless you got a copy of, your test results in your back pocket or something, I'm gonna just be uncomfortable with the whole situation. So I would like to at least know the person, get to feel the person out, so I can know how to please them. They can know how to please me. I can know what their sexuality is hitting on, what their health is hitting on also. Because you don't want to put your body, your face, tongue, none of that on just anybody.
All right. So the most important part, we gotta close. All right. We got about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
So in closing, what are the most important things for men to remember about the female's body when it comes to intimacy?
You said the most important. Say that again.
5 things that men need to know to just close out. 5 basic things that men need to know.
I started on this earlier. Let's see. Foreplay is a thing. Definitely, foreplay is a thing. Don't use too much spit while eating a woman out. Brush your teeth before eating a woman out. Wash your fucking hands before you touch a vagina. Ask her if she likes anal. Don't try poking at her butt and thinking that's knocking at her butthole door. Oh, let's see. Sexy and sex positive women don't always want to have sex with you. What? I don't know where I'm at right now.
And you're fine. You're fine. You did fine. Now tell the people where they can find you at, your show, everything.
I am on Instagram at she.nasty.af. My show is on my podcast is on Spotify. The link is in the bio of my Instagram, or you can look up She Dope Presents Guts.
Phoenix, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at the Blue Phoenix Hills every Wednesday here with my fellow Mo at 8 o'clock and every Thursday at 8:30 on the No Filter Show.
Man, and of course, I'm your man, GIMO, aka Non-GMO. This has been a dope show. A lot of questions I asked for us, fellas. Make sure y'all paid attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check the young lady out and listen to these beautiful ladies. You did. You did. Oh no, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. It was.
I just said
because I like playing with my own nipples. I don't need your help. I don't need nobody to say that.
It ain't gonna feel the same. It ain't gonna feel the same.
Everything that I say is gonna be taken word for word.
I'm joking. I was joking. I'm joking.
But nah, of course, man, this has been a dope show. Everybody, if you would like this young lady to come back, man, we can have her at least once a month. You know what I'm saying? If I have any questions about
specific
sexual liberation, you know, as Trump would say. And,
oh my God, no.
Hey, look, y'all, it's been both sides of the coin.
Hey.